Yeah, hi there, this is tuxache.com. Welcome on my video channel. Today we want to take a first look on the beta version of Luminar NEO with the Panorama extension, which is used to stitch panoramas in Luminar NEO. The official release of this extension is planned for July 20th, and till this official release date you can buy the extension at a reduced price. Just use the link in the video description. But now let's go to the desktop PC and take a look on some examples. Okay, I installed here the Luminar beta, and I already installed the Panorama stitching extension, like you can see here. Well, it's too bad that I can make this canvas a little bit smaller and add more room to the stitching extension, but maybe that is caused to the beta version of this extension. Okay, let's search for a couple of panorama views or images. Maybe we take that one first of all for first try. I mark those images and draw them into the extension, like you know it probably from HDR or other extension. And here the 3-point menu, you can check the lens correction, of course, and to reduce chromatic aberration. What you can't do, and I think that is due to the beta status of the software, is to enable ghost image reduction, where you have moving people or cars or anything like that in the picture, which would cause ghost effects in the stitched panorama. Okay, now we start that. Okay, that took quite a while. And here you can see the preview of the panorama, and with the mouse wheel you can zoom in, but you don't have a chance to fill it completely in this canvas. I didn't find any method to do this, but that's okay for now, and we just go to continue. And here that was pretty fast. You get a preview of the stitch panorama, and as you can see here in the mouse cursor, now you could even tilt or pan the image so you have horizontal lines. We don't need that here as far as I can see, but I want to crop the panorama like this, and here on the right hand side and on the left side, of course. Now could even go a little bit up here and get it more sky, and now we crop it. And boom, here you got the panorama, and as usual the images are stored in a special album or folder, which is called, of course, Panorama Stitching, as you know it from the other extensions in Luminar. Here you got the image. Now you could further process the image. I think that it's pretty good. And the images are stored in 16-bit TIFF format. Okay, let's go back to the catalog, and maybe we try another example like this one. We take those 4 images. They were shot with a fisheye lens on a full frame camera, and that usually gets you a full sphere panorama, meaning you cover up 360 by 180 degrees. Press start here to start the processing of the image. Okay, you can see here that it's got a problem with the image. It can't stitch them. That might be caused to the beta status, but I'll show you another example. We want to remove the images and go here, and that is a sphere panorama too, but that is shot with a 17mm lens on a full frame camera. And usually you only need 16 images, but the 17th image is to cover up the tripod in the routines for Petit GUI or Panorama 4R software, so you can get rid of the tripod within the image. Okay, as you can see here, at least I think Luminar NEO implemented some functions to stitch such a panorama. And if you can see here on the bottom, there is no tripod anymore. What's missing is part of the sky. Do that like this. And we can use it, but you need like masking tools or something like that to cover up here the missing part of the sky, but that is implemented already, and that would be a function which isn't implemented, like for example in Lightroom Classic. Then you can here of course try to adjust the horizon, but okay, we just canceled it. And there is a promise for another one, at least according to Skylum, and that is the first thing. Okay, we have to remove here the images. And the first thing I noticed that here in the beta version you can see move files, video files I took here, and for example with the Lumix S5, and now they implemented a function to generate a panorama from a movie file. The idea is yeah, quite good. Like this, you can see here the movie. It's a pan across the cathedral here, and I think it might be useful to generate a panorama if you need it from such a movie file. Okay, we press continue, but to make it short, it won't process anything, and in my other tries and tests I stopped this after 15-20 minutes. There was no result, even no result with errors or something like that. And if I cancel that, the whole application will crash, but of course that's probably due to the beta status. As you can see, I call it regular panorama, let's take 4, 5, 6 images, is processed pretty good, and yeah, pretty quick, even though it's a beta version. And the storing the panorama as a TIFF file is nice, because then you have no problems to further process this panorama either in Luminar NEO or in any other software of your choice. The size of the panoramas in my examples were around 140, 150, 160 megabyte, and that is a normal size for this type of images. What didn't work out was the example with the fisheye images. That didn't work out at all, even though that was for a long time my usual way to take spherical panoramas with just 4 shots, which already cover a complete sphere, meaning that is 360 by 180 degrees. That works out perfectly if you take Petit GUI and Panorama 4R software, and you just have a little tiny spot on the bottom where the monopod was standing, but that is all there is to it. The other example, what I showed you here from the marketplace in Dresden, that was a sphere panorama too, but it was taken with an ultra-wide lens. That did work out pretty good, at least for a beta status. And if you saw in this example, they already masked out the tripod, which you can see in the regular images. The only thing what is missing is a tool to repair, like in this case, the sky, or mask out other problems in the image. But I think that will be implemented in a future version. What didn't work out was the promised feature to generate a panorama from a video file, which of course makes sense. If you have a pan movie, that makes sense to use that as a base for processing a regular Panorama out of this. But as you could see in the example I showed you, that didn't work out at all. And I tried a couple of other MOV files and even MP4 files, but they all got stuck in the processing image situation and never reached out an example or a result, even though it was error prone. But okay, maybe we have to wait till the official release, or maybe even with the update of this extension. Okay, that was my short review on the beta of Panorama extension for Luminar NEO. If this video was a little bit helpful to you, you might think about placing a like on this video. And surely I would appreciate if you subscribe my channel, but then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you have any questions to this topic, you might as well post them in the comment functions here on this video, or in the comment functions of the corresponding blog post. And I surely will try to answer them. Okay, that was my little review on the beta from Luminar NEO, or the beta for the Panorama extension. And all I have to say is, till the next time, ciao, tux oche.